Thank you. The year 2016 was a year of many untimely deaths, and it is with a deep amount of sorrow that I have to mention how David Bowie was one of the first to pass away that year. The minute news broke out that he had departed, a good part of the world departed as well. On the day he passed, we lost an incredible talent, a loving family man, and an overall good man. As a fan of David Bowie and his work, it is truly a privilege to deliver this eulogy today. It is an honor, but I will also make it a responsibility to ensure that this all goes properly. So, who was this man? He was David Jones. Since it is now the year 2017, his work in the music industry has now been shared across the world for exactly 50 years. When he started out in 1967, he was a guy trying to find his own groove, much like anyone who starts any kind of career in their lifetime. A short time after that, however, he finally did. His song Space Oddity is evidence of that. It was his first big hit, and it was his way of saying he would be in the game for a little while. From then on, he took his career to a whole new level. He would maintain that groove throughout the rest of his career by giving people some of the greatest songs we still love to sing and play today. In 1971, he presented us with something so out of the ordinary, it was simply extraordinary. That something is known as Hunky Dory. Now, we must all acknowledge the formation of the glam rock genre. It was also the year, 1971, I am referring to, when David put the word glam in glamorous. We should all credit the makeup he wore for that. The look and the sound, well, mostly the sound, drew us into his world. However, as time unfolded, we learned it wasn't just his world. It was also the world of Ziggy Stardust. I'm sure we can all agree that the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars is an amazing work of art and one of the greatest albums ever made, and anyone will ever listen to. If you haven't listened to it, or if you don't like it, you've pretty much committed musical blasphemy. Even though the whole album takes up 2 lines of paper when using a typewriter, it is still the way I have described it only a few moments ago. After that, his career only got better, especially throughout the 70s. Some people considered him Aladdin sane, but he was much more than that. He was someone who loved his craft so much and was more than willing to commit to it in order to give us all a good show. Any great performer knows that that is what makes something memorable. With regard to what is admirable, he was ready to speak his mind and share his beliefs. Artists like Bob Dylan and Bruce Springsteen have done the same throughout their years in the spotlight, and we now place David among the same level as them. All David did was express himself, and through music like that, we could find someone to give us hope in our darkest times. Diamond Dogs is a great example of that. David was also one who was willing to try new things. He is a rock star, but young Americans showed us that he had a lot of soul. Some years later, he raised the possibility that we could all become heroes. David Jones, we thank you for that. As we must say goodbye to you, we will not say goodbye to your legacy. How could we forget an artist that has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? How could we forget a person who is widely regarded as one of the greatest musicians of all time? It may be hard for those of us here to remember the good memories at this time that we have shared with you over the years, as it pains us to be reminded that you are no longer here. But those are the ones we will treasure as if it were gold. Those will be the golden years. The love from your family, your friends, and your fans will keep you alive always. In conclusion, I can't think of no other way to sign off than by doing this. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. David Jones, you are that starman. May God peacefully rest your soul, and thank you all very much.